Hey guys, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can take a file size that's way too big if you're doing podcasting and make it smaller with just iTunes. All right, so you've learned how to host your own podcast, but now you don't know how to fit the file size on your website because you only have 64 megabytes to work with. At least on my website, that's what I have. As an example, I have this song pulled up here. Song, it's a podcast. And so you can go to Get Info by right-clicking or control-click, and you can see here that this thing is way too big. It's it's 154 megabytes, and we need 64. You can see some other information about the song, bitrate, more importantly, sample rate, which we're going to change. Okay, so how do we change this? You're going to go into iTunes, Preferences, and General. So the very first thing that pops up, you don't need to go to any of this other stuff. You're going to go to Import Settings. Now, I already have mine set up. You can see that it's dropping down to 40 kbps and 80 kbps stereo. So that's mono, that's stereo. I have it to MP3 encoder. Some of these other sizes are bigger. If you know anything about audio, you kind of know what I'm talking about. If you don't worry about it. Go to MP3 encoder because it's going to be smaller. We're going to go to custom. So you're like, well, it only has these three options. If you click on custom, it pops up. Originally, our audio is way down here. I dropped it all the way to 80 kbps. I think that is probably the lowest I would go. I went with something that was getting my file sizes down to a comfortable level for upload. In this one, it's going to drop it down to like 30 or something ridiculous small compared to what it is. So if you feel like the audio is compromised, all you have to do is just change this and redo the whole process. You can go up to 128. This is what I've seen more commonly, but I don't notice much of a difference in our podcast. So again, podcasting is very simple and straightforward. When I show you some of the audio stuff, what you're correcting is more the background sound, making sure it's loud enough, not so much the quality of the audio like you would with a song. So we just want it there. Sample rate's auto. I did not use the variable bitrate. I think that's weird. I don't know why, and I can't give any fundamental reason why I'd want it to be variable. Channel's audio. Joint stereo, so you want to keep it in stereo mode. You could change it. Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay, smart encoding adjustments, filter frequencies below 10 hertz. So you don't want a lot of boominess. 10 hertz is, you don't have to do that if you have a lot of bass in your podcast. Maybe you're doing some sort of DJ podcast and you want some low frequencies, but that would muddy it up. So I wouldn't do that. Anyways, too much information for a fitness professional, but there you go. Don't worry about this. We can see it's dropping it down. Okay. And so I already have a version of it done, but I'll show you what you do. So originally in the old iTunes, I'm pretty sure you could do it straight from here. It doesn't show up that way in this. So what I need to do is go over to File and Convert. Create MP3 version. Now, I already have one made, so I'm basically just taking up 30 megabytes on my computer by making another one. You can see I've actually messed this up before. There's some in here that are smaller size files. But anyways, while I'm talking, you can see how long it will take. That was 156. Now it's going to go down to 38.8. So 40. You're going down to 40 megabytes. That's under what we need for our upload. And it was really simple to do, right? I'm trying to keep waiting out this thing, but again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, this is one of the simplest ways with a program that almost everybody has on their computer. And again, pretty painless. It's going to keep you at a small upload file size. It makes it more shareable across the internet. And again, it doesn't take very long, usually under a minute. I'm just waiting for the little ding here, and then I will let you go. But then I would just take this file and upload it like I was showing you with the Seriously Simple podcast. And it's going to be no different than any other file that you're working with